In May of this year, Ukrainian intelligence confirmed information about Russia's plans to launch an offensive from the Kursk region towards Sumy in order to establish a so-called buffer zone in northern Ukraine. This was intended to extend Russia's operation in the Kharkiv region. This is why the armed forces of Ukraine decided to take preemptive action, said Alexander Syrsky, commander-in-chief of Ukraine's armed forces.
The Russian occupiers sought to seize more territory in Sumy, northern Ukraine. However, the Ukrainian defense forces took proactive steps and are continuing to neutralize enemy forces on their own territory. So far, they have destroyed 1,101 units of Russian weapons and military equipment, including 54 tanks, 276 armored combat vehicles, 107 artillery pieces and mortars, 5 multiple launch rocket systems, and 659 vehicles. Alexander Syrsky, commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, on Telegram.
The first reports of an alleged Ukrainian offensive in Russia's Kursk region appeared on Tuesday, August 6. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky officially confirmed the operation a week later. At the same time, Syrsky reported that the Ukrainian army controlled 1,000 square kilometers in the Kursk region, later expanding to 1,300 square kilometers.
We are working to take the initiative, acting unexpectedly and in areas where we are not anticipated. 43rd Brigade has a lot of experience with defense fortifications, as seen in Kupiansk and Chasiv Yar, which we held until August before redeploying here. The enemy launches smart bombs, dropping up to 3 at a time, leveling buildings completely.
Faced with a critical manpower shortage, the Kremlin deployed conscripts and Kadyrov's fighters to the Kursk region. Immediately after the so-called counter-offensive began, many Russian conscripts deserted within the first few days. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reported the capture of more than 100 Russian conscripts and members of the Akhmat unit.
For almost 3 months of the operation, as of November 5, 2024, enemy losses in the Kursk direction have reached 20,842 personnel, including 7,905 killed, 12,220 wounded, and 717 captured. Alexander Syrsky, commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, on Telegram.
Ukraine has achieved operational surprise by capitalizing on the low readiness of Russian forces in the border areas. Russian intelligence had warned of a potential offensive 2 weeks in advance. However, according to Bloomberg, the Russian General Staff chose not to inform President Putin. Chief of the General Staff Gerasimov not only withheld the intelligence but also reported that there were no threats along the border. Currently, Russia has deployed about 45,000 troops in the Kursk region and is attempting to bolster these numbers, including with North Korean soldiers. The first battles between the AFU and DPRK troops have already taken place, Ukrainian Minister of Defense Rustem Umerov said in an interview with South Korean media. According to the minister, this marks North Korea's official entry into the conflict on Russia's side. North Korean soldiers, disguised as Buryats, were integrated with Russian forces, making it challenging to determine the exact number of casualties and captives. 5 North Korean battalions, each with 3,000 troops, are expected to join the front line, potentially increasing the North Korean presence in the Kursk region to 15,000.
Already contacts, but after a couple of weeks we would see more significant number, and upon this we will review it and analyze it.
According to the Institute for the Study of War, Ukraine's offensive in Russia's Kursk region has led Russia to conduct more frequent POW exchanges with Ukraine. Over the past 6 months, only 3 exchanges have taken place. However, from the beginning of the offensive in August to October 18th, 3 more exchanges occurred. During these exchanges, 267 Ukrainian soldiers were brought home. Reported by Serhiy Kulyas, Victoria Smirnova, UATV News.